So, now that we know what all the parts of the machine are, I just want to briefly explain how it works. The ROEST is a hot air roaster. So that means all of the heat coming into the roaster comes from hot air that we blow in. We don't heat the drum itself directly. And so the beans heat up by convection from the hot air. Hardly any heat comes to them by conduction from the drum itself because it just doesn't get that hot. And this means that you can roast and develop your coffee really quickly without any risk of burning the beans on the outside, which is ideal for sample roasting. This means that a lot of the standard advice that you'll read about drum roasting doesn't always apply to this roaster in quite the same way. Instead, it's much more similar to other hot air roasters, for example, those made by IMF or Loring. So on the machine, the drum is roughly here, and inside the drum, we have some paddles that turn clockwise, and they stir the beans and lift them up into the hot air. The hot air blows into the drum from the right-hand side here, blows over the beans, and then exits through the exhaust up the top. Now, depending on the model of roaster that you have, there are up to 5 temperature sensors inside. There might be one here, which is measuring the inlet temperature. That's the temperature of the air just before it comes into the drum. So that tells you the power, the heat power that's coming into the machine. Over here on the left, there's a temperature probe inserted into the middle of the bean pile, which measures the bean temperature. On the opposite side of the drum, there's a probe measuring the temperature of the air. That's called the air temperature or environmental temperature. And then to the left here, near the exhaust, we measure the temperature of the air as it leaves the machine, and we call that the exhaust temperature. And there's one last sensor on the outside of the drum that measures the temperature of the drum itself.